Hello everyone and welcome to tonight's LCTV sports telecast of Littleton High School football. I'm Mike Fontanella alongside my partner Pat Fredericks. We're on the road tonight here in Clinton where the Littleton Tigers at 5-0 take on the Gales who are 3-2 in a big league and playoff matchup. Patrick, the Tigers can really do themselves a favor by winning this game and with 2 games left after this going to the playoffs.
Yeah, Mike, I think this is kind of where the meat of the season coming up here, right? Clinton's coming into the game at 2-2 in league, 3-2 in league play. I mean, 3-2 overall. And they seem to have a pretty good defense. They're letting up less than 20 points a game. So we'll be seeing tonight if Littleton can keep that high-powered offense going.
They sort of a squib kick, kind of almost an onside look, covered up by Evan Lyons, and the Tigers will start with very good field position with the ball, just the nose of the ball right on their own 45-yard line. And the Tigers will come out with Will Scott at quarterback in the spread look.
Inside sources, Mike sitting right in front of us. Will's dad says that he's got a little bit of a gimpy ankle still. We'll see how he does tonight.
There's a handoff to Mitch Bowden, who rumbles for a first down. He's still going. Oh, he's still going, driving the power forward. He's into Clinton territory, all the way inside the 40-yard line. The Tiger run attack last week was absolutely phenomenal. Mitch Bowden and Austin Lynn running behind that big offensive line. They racked up close to 400 yards rushing.
That's a huge hole, Mike.
I was on the right side behind Keenan and McGregor. So first down, the ball on the Clinton 39-yard line. They'll toss. Oh, good block there by Mitch Bowden. Gets the corner for Austin Lynn, who's rolling up the sideline. And another big game, 2 big runs in a row. Nice block there on the corner by Bowden.
Mike, we're less than 30 seconds into the game here, and Littleton's already chewed up about 30, 35 yards.
That's another first down, 1st and 10 with the ball on the 23-yard line. I got a full house backfield here. I hand it off again to Bowden, another big hole. The offensive line is just pushing guys downfield, and Bowden on both his carries was 5 or 6 yards upfield before any green shirts got into his zip code.
Yeah, and when he gets hit, he's such a big kid. He's another yard or 2 after he gets hit, just falling forward.
2nd and 3, 7-yard gain on that first down carry. And they'll go right back to Austin Lynn the other way. Oh, he'll make a good cut up there. There's going to be a very short gain inside the 15-yard line. They'll bring up 3rd and about 2. That time they sealed the corner and he had to cut it in early. Give him a 2-yard gain. 3rd and 1.
On a 3rd down, it'll be 3rd and 1.
And it looks like they're going to switch up and go hammer here in the short yardage situation. They've been definitely mixing up those looks, Patrick, a little bit more often than they have done in the past few years.
Yeah, I think they have a few more weapons to do that with. Seem to be throwing the ball a little bit more than they have in the past for sure.
3rd and 1. Out of the hammer, they'll pitch it to Clock. He's going to pick up an easy first down just to the 5-yard line. So Clock, who went out of the game early last week, gets a carry here. He's back in action and gets a carry and picks up a first down. 1st and goal from the 5-yard line.
Littleton's first down.
Make a good point about him being banged up last week, Mike. So Littleton is very, very deep. Right? Kevin Frizzoli's out with a separated shoulder. Bradley Clark was out last week. Will Scott's been working with the bum ankle, and they just seem to find plays to fill in.
Yeah, they definitely have a tremendous amount of depth, and they've been fortunate to take advantage of it with guys getting dinged up. So 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. They'll stay in the hammer look. And this time they'll pitch to Will Scott, who goes to tailback in that look. He's going to go to the left side and score a touchdown from 5 yards out. So the Tiger rushing attack. Pat, you said we'll see if Clinton can stop that high-powered Littleton offense in the first possession, the first opening drive here. The Gales definitely struggled against the Tiger offensive line. Inside handoff. Oh, nice job there. That's Clock for the 2-point conversion. Little counter look there. And Luke Elliott sold it and got the Gale defense chasing ghosts, and Clock went to the inside and converted. So with 8:47 to go in the opening quarter, the Tigers score on their opening possession and take an 8-0 lead.
Yeah, I think the coaches on Clinton right now, they're regrouping here and letting them know, like, hey, we know what they're going to throw at us here. They're going to come at us with power. It's just a question of whether or not you have the personnel to stop it.
The class of 2018 by visiting the Snack Shack this evening and purchasing arguably the best sports food that Central Mass can offer, including
And then certain Danny Hurley to kick here, Mike. Danny's been really, every game has been improving with his kickoffs, kicking some field goals now,
Yeah,
more length.
Had a field goal last week. There was a great call by Mike Lynn. It was late in the game where the game was already decided. Instead of scoring a meaningless touchdown, he kicked a field goal on first down. And Danny had plenty. It was only from the 2-yard line, so it was actually shorter than an extra point, but he had plenty of leg.
Probably a bad sign for us that we both coached him in basketball and now he's playing football.
Here comes Hurley, the sophomore kicker, and he'll hit a bouncy ball to the. Oh, they missed him there, but good coverage there. That was Evan Lyons flying down there. The Clinton Gales definitely had trouble when they let it hit the ground. That caused some problems. They couldn't get a clean pickup on it. And the Tigers with good coverage led by Evan Lyons, and the Gales will take over first down on their own 32-yard line.
Good job by the Clinton captain there. That's Dylan Neely picking that ball up. That could have been disaster. That's what Littleton seems to do to you, right, Mike? They score a touchdown and then a quick turnover, and before you know it, you look up at this board, you're down 2 touchdowns.
All right, 1st and 10 Gales, trailing 8-0. No, good penetration there by Jason Benulo. He didn't make the tackle, but he got that deep in that backfield and bent that play backwards. And then on the corner was number 5, Luke Elliott. Made a nice play there, boxed the run, and dropped the running back for a yard loss. So 2nd and 11.
Clinton.
Jason Benulo playing a little bit of an undersized tackle, but he's very quick. 2nd 11, shotgun, straight drop back, out to the flat, overthrown. Good coverage there by Ross Cotton, getting out in the flat with Austin Lynn over the top. So an incomplete pass will bring up 3rd and 11.
I was just going to say earlier, Mike, that Clinton doesn't score a lot. They're about 18 points a game, but most of the time when they are scoring, it's Brevin Costello who's part of that. Number 5, their quarterback. He's only a sophomore. Nice ball thrown there, just a little overthrown.
Definitely a passing situation here. 3rd and long. Tigers trying to force a 3 and out here. He'll fake, roll to the flat. Oh, is it incomplete? Just a little, led his receiver a little bit too far towards the sideline.
Pass intended for number 11, Riley.
You're right, two balls that were decently thrown, just a little off. But if he can rein in some of that accuracy, you can see how it could be effective. Punting situation here for the Gales on the opening drive. Oh, blocked!
Brady Hunt.
Wow, the Tigers really did not have a rush look on. They were trying to drop back to set a return, but Brady Hunt just pulled his way in there, and the big fella jumped when the kicker went to hit it.
By number 7,
And Tigers force a turnover on 4th down and get the ball on the 15-yard line.
15-yard line.
That was nothing but power, Mike. Right through his man, straight line. The kicker took a little bit of a long time to get that ball off.
Yeah, Clinton will take a timeout here, like you say, Pat. Now they've got to regroup for sure. Definitely not the start they were hoping for in this key matchup. They're 3-2, and they are tied with 3 other teams for that 4th playoff spot. There's still 3 weeks to go this game, and then 2 more weeks of play before they determine those seedings. So there's a lot can happen over those 3 weeks, but Clinton definitely feel like if they can get a win here, they'll put them in the driver's seat for that 4th spot. But right now, they're not off to the start they were hoping for.
You know, as a coach, Mike, you never want to look ahead of a game, skip a game. As a player, you never want to do that. But we're kind of overpaid announcers and below average, so I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to that Maynard game.
Yeah, I agree. They want to take care of business tonight, but everything's been pointing to that game for a few weeks now. It's going to be a key matchup. All right, so the Tigers, after blocking a punt on 4th down, will take over 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Inside handoff to Bowden. Oh, he could reverse his direction. The big fella, some happy feet there. Didn't get the initial look he wanted to the right side. Reversed his field and picked up about 4 yards.
Number 8, Mitch Bowden.
2nd and 6.
Gain of about 4 on the play.
Ball on the 12-yard line. Sorry, the 8-yard line, inside the 10.
Good tackle there. If you're going to bring down Bowden, you got to get down around his ankles.
Will Scott with a quarterback draw. Oh, well read by the linebackers. And that'll go for no gain. There's number 54, Alex Franek.
Slight loss on the play.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 7. So the Tigers clearly in 4-down territory, but trying to take advantage of the turnover. Clock will come in for Bowden. And the Tigers will spread the field. They've been going with kind of a loaded backfield. Now they're definitely spreading it out a little bit. 2 receivers to the top side of the screen and 1 on the bottom.
An eye on Austin Lynn here.
Oh, he runs a post route. Nice read there by Will Scott. He did a good job of letting Austin Lynn finish that route. And he kind of ran a jig route there and left the first defender in his tracks. But Will let him come all the way open before he let the ball go and made an easy throw for an easy touchdown there on 3rd down.
Yeah, nice touch on that one, giving Austin a chance to get turned around. It's a tough pattern. We saw that in the Tingsboro game a couple of weeks ago when Braidlin was in quarterback, and Austin ran the same pattern coming the other way down the right side and came out and then went up, and it was 76 yards later in the end zone.
The Tigers take advantage of the block punt. They'll go for 2 here and hand up the middle of the board, and he'll cross the goal line. Yes! The signal, the goal try is good. So the Tigers, with 6:36 to go, make short work of the Clinton defense on the opening drive. They just ran the ball down their throats, and after the turnover, the Gales actually got a stop on 2nd down and put him in a 3rd and long. But Will Scott with a good throw and a good route run by Austin Lynn, and the Tigers scored twice on their first 2 possessions.
The line judge there was a little slow making that call, but Tommy Keenan put his hands up and said he's in, and I think that he looked at Tommy and said, okay, I'm going to agree with you.
I concur.
And he's got that ball sitting straight up on the tee again here. Could look for something on the ground, Mike, another pooch kick.
Yeah, Danny's got, oh actually this is McGregor. So they'll bring in Thomas McGregor, the left-footed kicker. And he will spooch it downfield. Oh, to go through the first guy. Oh, they pick it up. Bold play. Oh, and they do. They fumbled it.
You don't have to get off the pile.
What's the signal?
I heard a guy yell that in the bar once.
Gales retain possession. So they made a
Maintain possession off of the return.
mishandled kick there, and the guy decided, the second guy picked it up, said he's going to try and make a play here. He almost made the wrong kind of play. The Gales made it on the ball. They will have 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line. I think Danny gets tired. I don't know. He had to kick a lot of kicks against Quabbin, and they subbed him out for Thomas McGregor. Maybe they want to save his leg for a field goal try later. All right, so the Gales trailing 16-0. Come out for their 2nd possession. They'll hand it off. Bounces off the first set of tacklers, and a good gain there. About 7 yards out to the 45-yard line.
Gain of about 7 on the play.
Made it look like a sweep and then a little inside handoff. That'll bring up 2nd and 3. The ball on the Gale 45-yard line.
Run by Aiden Flaherty there.
Got hit in the backfield but managed to bounce off that and get to the 2nd layer of the Tiger defense downfield.
Big kid, 6'1", 200 plus pounds.
Deep handoff. Oh, 1st down. Good tackle there by Mike Crory coming up from his defensive back position, but that's a 1st down for the Gales at midfield, 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line.
1st down.
So the Gales on their 2nd possession managed to get a 1st down.
Mike Corey doesn't make that tackle. There was some room to run.
Yeah, you know, on both plays they made it like a sweep, and then it's an inside handoff, and the Tiger defense pursuing to the edge, and then realizing that the play's actually going to go inside the tackles. New York Tory with a sure tackle there. 1st and 10 for the Gales. And they will call a timeout, bringing the guy in motion, and the quarterback not happy. take their second time out of the quarter. So, Pat, you talked about the big matchup for Maynard. It's at Alumni Field, another home game, and it's also Veterans Appreciation Night that night. There'll be some ceremonies and celebrating our veterans. They've done a revamp of the VFW Hall in Littleton. We're going to celebrate that too. So the Gale running attack with 3 positive plays in a row. That's another 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5. The ball advanced into Tiger territory.
I haven't seen many teams have success against running the ball against Littleton. But the last 3 plays, they chewed up some pretty big yards.
They're stunting that offensive line and bringing the whole line to one side of the field, really overloading that point of attack. And right now the Tigers are struggling to match them man for man in that action. 2nd and 5.
No, one more man.
Oh, fumbled snap.
It's 35, but I think
Looks like it's covered up by the quarterback.
Yeah, good job by Casella to fall on that and not make it worse than it was.
Yeah, but we'll see here on 3rd down if they can convert it. They had some momentum going. We'll see if this stops a little bit of that.
He's doing like an 8,000 square foot house. Yeah, it's huge. I think it's huge. And then when they saw for the development,
I think the coach just said, hey, don't drop the snap and go run that play again.
Every time he hand off the ball, we did good.
puts up his testicles or something.
All right, 3rd and about 7.
$100,000
Oh, let's pitch it.
Oh, Wildcat.
Oh, good job by Banulo there. Big play.
How'd it go,
Luke Elliott boxed it
20 Gervins Bayard.
and forced him to cut it up, and Jason Banulo with his 2nd penetration there into the backfield. So after picking up a 1st down and having a 2nd and about 5, the Gales fumble a snap, and then the Tiger defense stiffens, forcing another punt situation. Ball back just over midfield, 4th and about 11. This time they'll get the punt off, and it'll bounce, and they'll let it go inside the 20-yard line, down to about the 10-yard line. So good kick there by the Clinton punter. And the Tigers, after letting up a 1st down, get a stop and force a punt, and now will take over with the ball. Clearly their worst field position. They started with the ball on their own 40 on the 1st drive, and then on the turnover they had the ball on the 15-yard line. Now they're going to have to go 90 yards on this 3rd possession with 3 minutes to go in the 1st half. Tigers lead 16-0.
Yeah, Mike, you talk about a good job of the kicker getting that kickoff. I don't know if you saw it or not, but Brady Hunt was coming again. I need to put somebody else over on that side to help out.
Inside handoff to Clock. Oh, he gets a good block. Downfield, an easy 1st down, 20, about a 22-yard gain out to the 32-yard line. It's good to have Clock back. Like you say, Pat, we talked about the depth they have. It's really, the 1st drive, it was Austin Lynn and Mitch Bowden doing the damage, and then they bring Clock in, and he rips off a 22-yarder. And really a tribute to the offensive line, how well they're playing, that you can let those guys in the backfield take advantage, no matter who it is. So they'll go reverse here. Austin Lynn gets the corner. That's going to come back, yeah.
Well, a late hit out of bounds. Here's the other.
Yeah, that was close too, yeah. He was a good 2 steps out of bounds. It wasn't a hard hit, but we're going to get a holding call here on the Tigers.
I didn't get a chance to see last week's game like you saw, but overall Littleton is very, not penalized very much.
No, they played a really good game, and that helps them obviously. But they're just so dominant. They don't feel like they're in a desperate situation. They're getting the best of it most of the time, and they just go ahead and play it straight up. So after the penalty, be 1st and 20. Will Scott's looking to throw. He steps up in the pocket. He's trying to get the corner. He reverses his field. And he throws off his back foot. Oh, that might be picked off. We had Brad Clock on the opposite side of the field, wide open, but he decided to throw back to the strong side, and Clinton Gales get a turnover. Will Scott trying to make a play. So the Gales will take over 1st and 10 on the Tiger 26-yard line.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line for the Gales.
You know, Mike, if you're going to make that mistake, it's good to make it in this game. I bet, you know, the rest of the season, if Will gets into that situation, he's sending that one out of bounds.
Yeah, which he's been making great decisions all season long, and he has thrown some balls out of bounds to avoid losses. But that time, I think he felt like he could make a play, and it's unfortunate because it was only 1st down. All right, here go the Gales after the turnover. Ooh, awfully close to a false start there. No flag down. The Tigers pursuing to the point of attack that time. Good job by the 51, Brendan Kalari. Making a tackle after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 8 with the ball on the 25-yard line.
Casella's putting some miles in, getting from getting the play and getting back in.
Trying to take advantage of the turnover, trailing 16-0 here with under 2 minutes to go in the 1st quarter.
Littleton's got to be careful there because Casella can definitely throw it.
Hand off up the middle, and this time the Tiger defense, Benulo again. And a bunch of other guys too, but Benulo right there, the first guy in there. They're not running it at Keenan and Hunt. We also have Jack Scaramucci in there. They're trying to pick on Jason Benulo because he's the smallest of the three, but Jason Benulo's giving them all they can handle right now. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 7. The ball just inside the 25-yard line. 4 downs all the way for the Gales here, so it'll take 2 more stops by the Tigers to get the ball back after the interception.
The spread here.
2 receivers out on each side. Oh, that's a false start. They actually could have turned into motion.
Start on Clinton.
But he didn't. So that'll push them back 5 yards, make it 3rd and about 14.
Once you cross the line of scrimmage, that's it. You can only allow 1 step forward. Then you have to
That is not the way you want to draw attention of everybody here at the stadium.
It's a lonely feeling. All right, 3rd and 14. Across the middle. Oh, picked off! Picked off by Evan Lyons, who was sitting down. He read the quarterback's eyes. He broke on the ball. He was the only one that had a shot to catch it. Great play there by the junior defensive back. So the Tigers, after turning the ball over, the defense comes out and gets the ball right back.
21 seconds remaining in the first.
21 seconds to go in the quarter. The Tigers keep the Gales out of the end zone and off the board.
Yeah, great little baseball there. Playing, like you said, Mike playing center field, reading his eyes, stepping up to that ball.
Tigers will give the ball to Clock. He'll cut up the middle and get close to definitely get a 1st down. That's about an 11-yard gain for Clock. So Coach Lynn, I don't know, maybe he felt like after Clock had gotten injured last week, he was a little slow to get him in the game, but as soon as Clock's got in there, it's hard to get him back out. He's been very successful on a couple of these runs.
Yeah, I would not want to be trying to tackle a rested Mitch Bowden in the 4th quarter, but
And the Tigers will let the quarter run out. So, after trading interceptions near the end of the 1st quarter, the Tigers will finish the quarter on the road against Clinton, up 16-0. And we'll be back with 2nd quarter action right after these messages from LCTV.
Serving homemade.
There. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy. What do you call a pig that knows karate? Pork chop. Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Can I tell you another one? So how does a tissue dance? Put a little boogie on it. What's Beethoven's favorite fruit? Banana. What is a boxer's favorite drink? Fruit punch.
Welcome back to the start of the second quarter. The Tigers, after giving the ball up an interception, they get the ball back. Evan Lyons with a big interception of his own. And the Tigers have 1st and 10 to start the second quarter with the ball on their own 25-yard line. They'll go up the middle to Bowden, and he will power his way forward. Like you say, Pat, you hit him, and that's only the beginning of the action. He's just going to keep going forward, and he made another 3 or 4 yards easy after getting hit.
Yeah, you know, I'm not saying he's anywhere, you know, he's McHubery's, you know, level, but it's that kind of like that same feel where you got to have a bunch of people hit him, or he's going to get another 3 or 4 yards every time he gets hit.
Yeah, that's a good point. They'll go option read here and give him the ball again. And he is close to a 1st down. He's out over the 35-yard line. When they get to about the 36, see where they spot this ball. It'll be very close. They're going to call it 3rd down, so about a half a yard to go.
Ball is spotted just beyond the 30.
And the Tigers will bring Luke Elliott in the quarterback, which is typically a sign that they're going to go double wing here. Bowden will be a fullback. Clock at 1 tailback. Quarterback sneak. Luke Elliott will power forward.
Depends on the spot here, but it looks good.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. The pile itself was well beyond the marker, as long as Elliott was part of that pile.
Tommy Keenan in there, Jake Kivlin pushing it forward.
Yep, Thomas McGregor. So the Tiger offensive line gets their quarterback across the yard to gain. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers. The ball on their own 37-yard line. They'll go right back to the spread. Scott at quarterback. Give the ball to Clock. Oh, he's wrapped up from behind. He's just about to cut it upfield. And the Gales shoot the gap there. Is Alvin DeLeon making a tackle for a loss. So after picking up a big 1st down, 2nd and 13. The ball back on the Tiger 35-yard line.
Well, they were trying to draw him offside there, Mike.
Yeah, and then they switched the play up. And they'll give it to Clock again. He will burst upfield. And Clock gets all that yardage back, plus the extra 10 he needed for the 1st down, and we'll tack on another 4 to get him into Gale territory. So about a 17-yard gain there. He just runs. He is very quick into that hole, and then he just keeps his shoulders square. And he will advance the ball into Gale territory. So 1st and 10 with the ball on the Gale 48-yard line. Scott, straight drop back, looking downfield, throws. Oh, he overthrows Austin Lynn, who was open on a little bit underneath the defensive back coverage there. Incomplete pass on 1st down.
Got a little bit lucky there, Mike, because you know, just like Evan Lyons, it looked like they were playing center field on him, and you know, it did look to me like he gave a look off of Austin Lynn, was looking at him the whole way, and fortunately overthrew everybody.
So Mike Lynn keeping that Gale secondary honest, but throwing the ball every now and then. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Bring Austin Lynn in motion, fake it to him. It's a quarterback draw. It was a straight run by Will Scott. He'll get about a 4-yard gain on that. He'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Quarterback draw.
His ankle was a concern coming in, but it looks like he's moving pretty well. Coming out of that pile, he doesn't look like he's limping.
Yeah, Coach Lynn definitely felt like he could trust him on that play, and that there was definitely a quarterback run. 3rd and about 6. He'll roll to his right, looking to throw. He throws off 1 foot. Oh, the ball is dropped. It was a great throw. Mitch Crory on a drag route, and he was wide open. The ball hit him in the hands, and he just couldn't clench it.
You know, everything was great about that play, right? Nice pass, good protection. Mitch ran a great route there. Just took his eye off the ball just a little bit.
4th down with the ball on the Clinton 46-yard line. It looks like the Tigers are going to go for it here and trust their defense if they don't convert.
I'd look for them to maybe put one up here. What do they got? They got 7, 8 yards, 5 yards, 6 yards.
6 yards to go.
Yeah.
4th down. They'll run a reverse. Austin's going to look to throw. Oh, good pressure though. The Gales didn't give him a chance to set his feet. Spencer Taylor there on some penetration, so the Tigers gamble, and not only do they not convert, but they actually lose yardage. They lost a good 10 yards on that play, and the Gales will take over in Tiger territory, the ball on the 45-yard line.
Yeah, a little double reverse there, Mike, and I think they were trying to give Austin time for his big receivers to get downfield. They took a look down there, and it was Ross Putnam and Jackson Ellis, and he looked like he was going to put that ball up there and let them make a play, but good defense there. Stop that.
The Tigers going deeper into the playbook, but can't pull that one off. The Gales trailing 16-0, take over in Littleton territory, 1st and 10.
Did he get back there?
He did get back. So no penalty on that play. A 5-yard gain for the Gales.
Number 20, Gervin Bayard. Gain of about 5 on the play.
Jack Scaramucci dancing his way back to the Tiger side of the ball.
Gervin Bayard's on that carry. I'm looking at the sheet here. Mike Gervin's only a freshman.
2nd and 5 with the ball on the Tiger 40-yard line. No gain there, tackled by Brennan Kalari.
Gain of about 1 on the play.
3rd and 5 with the ball just over the Tiger 40-yard line.
So you're giving some players some rest. I see Spencer Weldon in there now on nose tackle. Nice to have depth.
They look to throw. Oh, pressure from the backside! Luke Elliott coming hard.
Number 5, Brevin Casella, pressure.
Casella turned around, and all he saw was a freight train coming his way, and he had to just throw the ball away as fast as he could. Now we'll bring up 4th down. Ball inside Littleton territory. It looks like the Clinton Gales are thinking about going for it here.
Yeah, it's a good thing that Luke Elliott got in there because that receiver was getting open in the flat, and if the Casella had time to set his feet.
Yeah, you know, they went play action, and he took a deep drop, and that gave Luke, who came in unencumbered, plenty of time to get into the action. All right, here we go. Big 4th down for Clinton. They'll go in motion. Oh, Mitch Bowden coming up into the gap, but that was Luke Elliott again, boxing that play in and forcing him to cut it up. There was no chance he was going to get to the corner with the way Elliott was playing, and Bowden comes right into the gap and nails him for a loss.
Yeah, great job by Luke Elliott holding that edge.
Spotted at the 42-yard line of the Tigers.
So both teams going for it on 4th down, and both teams not even coming close, actually losing yardage. And the Tigers will force a turnover on downs and take over 1st and 10 with the ball on their own 43-yard line. We'll give it right to Bowden. Just made a big tackle, and now he makes a big run, going for a 1st down.
I was just going to say, I think the kid that just pulled him down works.
Number 8, Mitch Bowden.
We'll advance the ball into Gale territory. 1st and 10 for the Tigers with the ball on the Gale 44-yard line.
If you're Clinton, you're going to be seeing these pink shoes running in your nightmare.
Fake. And a quarterback draw for about a 3-yard gain there. So Coach Lynn's looking at all his guys can carry the ball and run the ball, and he's using every weapon he's got in that backfield right now.
Yeah, we haven't even seen Bradley Clark in this series. I mean, that's some depth right there.
Yeah, that is a kind of a sobering thought if you're the defensive side of the football. Guy would be getting 30 carries a game for any team in the league. And Austin Lynn, oh, good job there. Gets the corner. Nice job by Evan Lyons sealing that corner there. And Austin Lynn gets the corner and gets a 1st down. Ball on about the 32-yard line. Austin Lynn doing a good job of knowing where that yardage marker was that he had to get to, and he kind of tiptoed down that sideline to pick up those extra yards that managed to get the chains moved. So the Tigers 1st and 10 with the ball on the Gale 32-yard line. Go inside handoff to Mitch Bowden. Shorter gain this time, but he's in over the 30-yard line to about the 28.
In on the tackle, number 33, Matt Tamboli.
Here comes Clock off the sideline to give Bowden a blow.
Now, Mike, one of the things that when I was watching the Tingsboro game, one of the things in the games before that makes Clock so tough is he comes in behind that big line, and it is really hard to pick him up. You know, by the time you see him, he's hitting those holes and he's through.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. He's got the corner easy. Oh, he makes a great cut. Ew, another juke, and he is going to go all the way. A 32-yard touchdown run by Brad Clock coming off the bench. It just coming, like you say, Pat. It is. It's tough to see him, and like that one was designed to go kind of upfield, like up the middle of the field, and he saw a lane to the outside, took it, and then as soon as he could, he ran it right back to the inside.
Great cutbacks.
Yeah. Like I say, he likes to keep those shoulders square to the line of scrimmage. He doesn't really like to turn the corner and run towards the sideline. He's always running towards the goal line. So the Tigers, after getting a big stop on 4th down, convert here for the 3rd score of the game. And give the ball to Clock, and he will high step his way into the end zone. So the Tigers 3 for 3 on conversions.
Good.
Yeah, you bring up an interesting point about his running style, Mike. So, you know, he likes to keep square, hit those holes very quickly. You got Mitch Bowden, who's just a power runner, and now you got Austin Lynn, who is one of those kids that looks like he likes to actually run east-west to get to the edges and try to get it down the sideline like we just saw. And you know, and you know, you pack the middle, they stretch you out, you stretch you out, they go through the middle. It's a lot to handle.
Yeah, and then you think about, you know, and that's all that happening while you're battling that massive offensive line. You know, with Keenan, Hunt, Kivlin, McGregor, and Wesley Klein. It's just, it is a tall order of business for a lot of these defenses.
Thomas McGregor again.
So with 4:42 left to go in the half, the Tigers up 24-0.
Ready for the return.
And McGregor will air this one out a little bit. Ball gets fielded on the 20-yard line. And McGregor will make the play. He'll throw a blocker right to the ground and then bear hug the ball carrier to the ground. Well, didn't even need the other 10 guys.
Yeah. Like we said in a couple of games ago, athleticism skips a generation. So
Ball returned by number 32, Dylan Neely.
So the Gales will take over and get the ball after the Tigers score. It's 1st and 10. The ball on the Gale 33-yard line.
So we've seen, you know, quite a few games this year. We haven't been together for all of them, but you know, I think if you're going to have any success against Littleton, you got to come out and throw on 1st down once in a while. You got to really start to stretch them out.
And you got to be successful at some of those too. That's the other thing. All right, the Gales 1st and 10. And they will go to the corner. Well, that's got to be close to a hold. They won't call a hold there on Ross Cottenham.
Carried by number 20,
Tackled by Brady Hunt, it looks like in there. Evan Lyons.
It's about a 5-yard gain. So the Gales have managed to get some decent runs, Pat, and they've actually had a few 1st downs, but they really haven't. They haven't made their way to the red zone yet. And now they trail by 3 scores.
Classic Littleton, right? Bend but don't break.
2nd and 5. I'll go straight handoff. Close to a 1st down. Let's see where they spot the ball. Oh. Yeah, they're signaling a 1st down. So 1st and 10 for the Gales on their own. They advance the ball out to their 43-yard line. Under 4 minutes to go here in the opening half.
We moved it all on. I took a picture of the stats of it, so film. Like, oh, this is smooth fit.
Oh, looking to throw again. Oh, good pressure. Oh, that's going to be intentional. That is a lateral. That is a lateral.
Good job, Ron. There you go.
Oh, good call, Patrick. Actually, that can't be intentional grounding because you're right. It was not a forward pass. It was a lateral. He threw the ball backwards. Big pressure there. The refs are talking to each other, making sure. They're going to wave this flag off and say that he threw the ball behind him. Yep. No flag on the play.
field.
Wow, big pressure there, and the quarterback, Casella, trying to figure out what to do. He wanted to throw it away and had the right idea, although it would have been grounding, and they would have basically effectively gotten the sack at that point. But instead, he threw it behind him. And an astute play there by Evan Lyons, who realized that the play with the ball was still live, and he ran up and picked it up and advanced the ball down to the Gale.
Timeout, Clinton.
Looks like about the 15-yard line. And Clinton will take a timeout as they are definitely reeling now, Pat.
Yeah, this is, textbook Littleton. We've seen this all year. Games will start. It'll seem like, the other team can play a little bit with Littleton. The game will be close. Littleton will then go up by like 2 scores. And also you look and it's 1 turnover and they're over by 3 scores. And then right before half, it seems to me that we have this kind of action right now where it's, we're going to do it one more time. And you're going to, we're not playing that poorly, but a couple of plays, couple of turnovers, Littleton's converted on them. And you're looking, you're like, I'm 3-4 scores down.
Oh, that's exactly what happened last week against Quabbin. Quabbin actually led the game 8-6, and then they made 2 big plays after getting down. They made 2 big plays and cut the lead to 6 with about 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. And then the next thing you know, they're down 3 scores, going to the locker room. They come out, they go to punt on their first possession, and they snap the ball, bad snap in the end zone, safety. And then next thing you know, the floodgates are open, and there was just no way they were coming back from that. So with 3:24 to go, up already 24-0, the Gales needed a drive there to just, get to the locker room feeling like they were at least in the neighborhood of a ball game. And then instead they have the unfortunate turnover, and now the Tigers are going to try to make them pay here on first down from the 14-yard line. And we'll give it to Bowden. And again, he just hit about 2 yards downfield, and by the time the play's over, he's 6 yards downfield.
Carried by number 8, Mitch Bowden. 2nd and 4.
Mitch played basketball with you guys in the winter?
Yes, he did. Yeah. He was also an interesting athlete there. He's just a big, strong kid. He can put the ball down on the ground. He can shoot it. 2nd and 4. Ball inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, it's going to run this clock down, right?
Yeah, taking their time. They want to try to get a score here before the halftime, but don't leave any time on the clock. And Austin Lynn will try for the corner. He'll turn and lunge forward. He's going to be close to a first down. He's down just outside, or at the 5-yard line. So good run there. He got the corner, realized he wasn't going to be able to get upfield, and just finish that run.
By number 45.
Got what he could. He'll bring up a 3rd and 1. The ball on the 5-yard line. Then you get to about the 4-yard line here with 2.5 minutes to go. 2:32. Clock stopped as he got knocked out of bounds on that play. Oh, tried to give it to Austin Lynn, but they got hung up in traffic. Couldn't get the handoff completed, so that'll go for a little bit of a loss. That is a big play. Let's see where they mark it.
I think there's a little confusion there, Mike. I think they were looking for the ref to mark when the 30-second clock was running down, but the actual game clock wasn't running.
Right, so there's no reason to really worry about that.
Yeah. And I think one of them realized it before the other one did.
So that'll bring up 4th and 6. They can get a first down here. They got to pick up about, I'll call it 5. 4th and 5. Mike Lynn's going to take a timeout here. Will Scott.
It's like Braden Lynn in the quarterbacks.
Yeah. 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 Will Scott's coming out after going down hard on that play. And Mike Lynn will bring Braden Lynn off the sideline along with Bradley Clark, but he is going to call a timeout here. So the Tigers trying to take advantage of the turnover by Clinton. They had a 3rd and short.
Timeout on the field.
Mix up in the backfield results in a loss, and then Scott's got to go out. So Mike Lynn's going to take a timeout here. Make sure they settle themselves down and see if they can finish this off.
The way things have been going here, if Braden Lynn is in there, I expect him to throw the ball here. I expect him to be looking for his brother. Mike's going to say, hey, let's definitely go with a look here. Let's put a ball up for Ellis on one side or Russ Cottenham on the other, depending on who you have in there. But I see Austin Lynn lining up in the slot. See if they come out with that look again.
So we'll bring Austin Lynn in out of the timeout. 4th and 5, 1:43 to go in the first half. Tigers up 24-0, trying to make it 30.
Looks like it's still Braden Lynn, right?
Yep, Braden Lynn at quarterback, Bradley Clark next to him, 2 guys to the right.
Yeah, Austin Lynn's got one-on-one here.
And he'll give it to Clark. And he will race for the goal line. He's going to get, oh, he's very clear. He definitely got the first down. And he got the touchdown. So a big 4th down carry there by the senior tailback. And the Tigers are able to rectify that mistake on 3rd down. Go for their 5th score of the game. Sorry, 4th score of the game. And they will go spread here for the extra point. They've been running the hammer. Oh, actually, they are going to kick it. Danny Hurley's out to kick.
Yeah, he was rested like you said, Mike. He should be good to go.
He missed his only extra point try last week. He had plenty of leg on it. He hit the upright square. Almost broke the brand new goalpost. Oh, good leg there. Hits it, yeah. And right down the pipe. So Danny Hurley comes on to drill the kick, and it is 31-0 with 1:33 to go. The Tigers taking advantage of the Gale turnover. Trying to throw the ball away on a passing play, ended up being a lateral and recovered by the Tigers inside the 20-yard line, and they managed to score on 4th down.
Data shows a little, Mike. I don't know. I'm going to quiz you here, see if you remember. But what was the hardest goalpost you ever saw get hit by a field goal?
Oh. Boston University.
Mike and I were at Boston University, and they're in the playoffs against Northern Iowa. And guy had a field goal from Northern Iowa to win it, and he hit it. He hit the goalpost so hard, I think it's still ringing. But the interesting thing was Kurt Warner was the quarterback for Northern Iowa. Mike and I were down on the field.
That was a shootout.
Maybe I should get paid for our work too.
All right, they reward Danny Hurley by kick 6 point. They'll let him kick off, and he will drill a line shot, field on about the 15-yard line. Going to try to reverse his field, cuts it up. Good pursuit by the Tigers. Pat Reardon, sophomore, playing some special teams there, makes the hit. Dales return the ball about 21 yards to the 36-yard line. 1:23 to go. Tigers on top, 31-0. The Tigers are taking advantage of those turnovers, Pat. Clinton has a block punt, an interception, and then the lateral fumble type play. The Tigers have scored on 2 of those turnovers. They will look to throw into the flat, caught.
Out of bounds.
Yeah, you're actually right. He should have tried to get out of bounds. He was hit in play by Ross Cottenham and managed to get out of that, but he turned himself back to the inside of the field. Evan Lyons finished it up. That keeps the clock running as we come up on a minute to go. About a 6-yard gain on that pass play into the flat.
I like this by Clinton, right? Coming out, it doesn't matter what we lose by. Try to throw the ball a little bit, although they're slowing it down a little bit.
Yeah, they're not using timeouts, and they're not calling plays at the line of scrimmage. Clock continues to run inside of 40 seconds. Now let's hand the ball off, and again, could have gone out of bounds. They'll get a first down. They'll stop the clock momentarily while they move the chains. Good for first down inside Tiger territory. 27 seconds to go. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Gales with the ball on the Tiger 48-yard line. Let's see if Casella tries to air one out towards the end zone. And now the Clinton will take a timeout here.
Yeah, good job by Jack Scaramucci making that tackle. I know other players were in there. I didn't see who it was, but he pursued it and made that final hit.
Yeah, downfield to the defensive tackle pursuing after the play had gone upfield.
Entered Littleton territory in that last
thumping tackle there. Kept him in bounds, and Made Clinton burn a timeout. 20 seconds to go. Clinton, that's their third timeout. They've got a couple left to go. See if they try to air it out. They did throw, but that was into the flat. They really got to try to bite off some yardage here by going downfield.
They're going to throw to the corner here, Mike. Short side, the big guy on the end here.
Gonna go down the side. Oh, and Boston Lynn is waiting. He picks it off. He's got the sideline. He's going to step out of bounds on the 35-yard line. So
Intercepted by number 4, Austin
Tigers
Lynn.
in a zone coverage there. Austin Lynn, ball well overthrown. And he was
35-yard
kind of waiting for that thing to come out of the night sky.
Take over with 10 seconds remaining.
With 10 seconds to go, the Tigers turn back the Gales' last scoring opportunity here in the first half. I think he'll take a knee here, Pat, and just get out of the...
Well, I would disagree, Mike. I think they're going to give Hurley a chance to hit one. You're right.
Well, they're going into their victory formation. So the Tigers will take a snap and kill the clock for the half here. And the Tigers take advantage of a couple Clinton turnovers. Playing a good game on the offensive side of the football. They score 5 times and go up 31. They score 4 times and go up 31-0.
Tigers over the
We'll be back to see if they can finish this off here on the road in Clinton right after these messages from LCTV.
Your son wants to get a cat, but you're allergic. Do you A, prepare yourself, B, make the best of it,
C squared equals
25.
Good job.
or C, find a loophole? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Welcome back, everyone, for second half action. The Tigers with a solid 31-0 lead here against the Clinton Gales on the road. And Pat, you know, the problem with many of these teams is you got to play a perfect game just to hang in there. And if you don't do that, then you really put yourself behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, great point, Mike. It is, you know, Littleton will capitalize on most mistakes that you make, and I think they've got probably 14, 16 points up on the board on mistakes alone.
Danny Hurley will come in to kick off to start the second half, and he'll wind the ball down, field it out about the 13-yard line. Oh, terrific tackle there by Evan Lyons. Nice job. It was one-on-one there. If he doesn't make that tackle, it's going to be another 10 or 15 yards easy.
Everyone's having a good game for himself today.
The ball was returned there by number 10, Blake Martin. Starting on about the 13-yard line, gets out to the 35. So a 30-plus yard return. 1st and 10 for the Gales, trailing here. The ball on their own 35-yard line. Casella tried to throw, Pat, but he was under pressure a fair amount and really couldn't get a look downfield. Let's see what they do. They had some success running the ball, but down this much, they're going to have to try to loosen up a little bit. They'll go play action and go around the corner. Oh, nice job there.
He might go.
Oh, tough angle there. And Mike Corey, it's a great blocking downfield, and the Gales at their biggest play of the night.
That's Gervin's yard, Mike. That was the freshman that we were talking about in the first half. He's got some speed when he gets to that edge.
Yeah, 65-yard jaunt. He got a great block downfield. And then once he turned the corner, I think Mike Corey underestimated that freshman's speed.
Touchdown run by number 20.
He took a fairly conservative angle. It just wasn't conservative enough for that kind of speed.
Yeah, it reminded me of Austin Lynn when we saw him turn the corner in that Tingsboro game after making that catch. Not, particularly fast on those first 5 or 6 steps, but once he gets going and gets downfield, he really turned on his jets.
So instead of licking their wounds, the Gales come out licking their chops, and they score on the first play from scrimmage. They'll go for 2 here. Casella dropping. Oh, picked off! This can go for 2 points if they can outrun Casella!
Oh, he's by!
Pat Reardon picks the ball off, and he is going to go all the way.
Oh, we're blocking them.
No, yeah, he tried to sell that one.
Don't touch anybody when he's that far ahead.
Yeah.
Great job by Patrick.
Pat Reardon jumping the route there. And just like that, we've had, I think that's 2 points there for the Tigers. The Gales go 65 yards on their first play from scrimmage, and then Littleton goes basically 100 yards. He picked that off at the goal line.
Talk about a late flag.
Yeah, so Mike, not to take away from Patrick's play, but we saw the hit in the back. It was unnecessary. It wasn't a really big thing, but I think one of the Clinton players said something to one of the refs coming off. Coach isn't happy with that either.
So short-lived euphoria for the Gales.
10 minutes and 15 seconds remaining.
They do get on the board on a terrific play, a 65-yard run from scrimmage.
33, Clinton Gales 6.
I can't even figure out who's supposed to kick off to who now.
The ref's telling them, move up. Move up. The Gales get a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty after the play was over. So not only did they give up the 2 points on the conversion, but now they're going to give up terrific field position. So, they got 6 points on the board. It feels like they screwed up.
Yeah, if you're Mike Lynn, you don't want teams to score on you, but at the same time, this gives you a little, it gives you a chance to not have to just sit on the ball for the second half.
Right. Tigers with 9 guys up in there, just in case the Gales show some kind of onside kick look. Now they'll drop back into the more traditional positions.
Looks like they got Leo Gibbons back on the right, Austin Lynn, and I can't tell who's deep. But Bradley Clark, that is.
Mike Corey misplayed a little bit, but when he picked it up.
I thought that was Leo Gibbons. Yeah, you're right though.
Yeah. Guess he had his knee on the ground. So the ball covered up by Mike Corey. The ball will be on the Tiger 40-yard line. The Tigers, after giving up a touchdown on the first play from scrimmage by the Gales, will come out for their opening drive here in the second half with Braden Lynn at quarterback. Inside handoff to Clock, who just again,
he might go.
Terrific. Oh, they're going to call a penalty. Mitch Crory leveled a guy.
Flag on the play.
They're going to call a hold. I think it was just a good block, but nonetheless, it'll come back. So I'm not sure if it's on Mitch Crory or Brady Hunt. Brady Hunt's gesturing toward the sideline, like, what'd I do? I didn't do it.
10-yard penalty and repeat of the first
It'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
No shortage of action in these first couple of minutes of the second half.
Braden Lynn at quarterback. Will Scott went out with a gimpy ankle. I think it's entirely possible that he could probably play a little bit here, but with the score the way it is, Mike Lynn will go with the freshman quarterback.
Yeah, it looks like we got Robert Dooley in there as well, so it's an all-freshman backfield here. There's Dooley.
Dooley will get about a yard. Tried to bounce it to the outside and was met.
37 Spencer Taylor in on the tackle. Ball carried by number 29, Robert Dooley.
So that'll bring up a 2nd and 10.5.
I feel like putting Dooley in is taking that easier. Well, no. He's a smaller ball.
Braden will roll out, set his feet, throws towards the sideline for Cottenham. And they're going to call, Cottenham makes the catch! Holy cow, great play by the junior. He stayed with it.
You got to have an interference call here for sure, one way or the other. I can't figure out.
It could be on Cottenham, who's trying to come back through the defender for the ball.
They're both pushing on each other.
The refs are moving the ball, moving downfield like they're going to let that play stand. Cottenham going through a defender, tipped ball, and he stayed with it and makes a circus catch on the sideline. So you're right, Pat. Mike Lynn taking advantage of the score by Clinton, feeling like he can use the whole playbook. That time he rolled Braden out to his left.
The penalty is declined. The play results.
Cottenham with a terrific play. So the Tigers with a big pass play down, advance the ball into Gale territory on the 27-yard line.
Gibbons.
Cut it inside and pick up about 5 yards there. So Mike Lynn going to his bench early. Gibbons and Dooley have been getting some time on Friday nights, and they've been very productive at the tail ends of games, and now they're going to get a chance to play early here in the second half.
Mike, I just was remembering, so the Tingsboro game you weren't able to make, which is why I'm thinking, Braden Lynn being in there, but in that game, he threw a lot, and boy, he can throw a ball.
Yeah, he's probably the best pure passer on the team. Now, with this spread look, Mike Lynn asked the quarterbacks to do a lot more than just be a pure passer, so that's why Will Scott's still getting the majority of the snaps. And we'll go to Dooley on that inside handoff, no gain there. I could see Mitch Bowden and Austin Lynn stand on the sideline, and I think, as you said earlier, you don't want to look past an opponent to the next week. But with a 30-point lead or 27-point lead here early in the second half, Mike Lynn's going to try to rest those guys, keep them healthy, only play him if he needs to, and hope he won't need to, so that they'll be ready to rock and roll against Maynard next week. That'll bring up a 3rd and 5. Braden Lynn will set his feet. Oh, terrific catch there by Jackson Ellis. A little bit of a high throw by Braden. Jackson goes up and gets it. A big completion there, advances the ball past the first down marker inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal for the Tigers. The ball on the 7-yard line.
That's what I liked about Braden's game at Tingsboro. He would put the ball, a little bit high there, but at 6'3", Ellis is the only one that's going to have a chance at that ball. So he puts the ball where guys can make plays for sure.
1st and goal.
He's going to get in.
Oh, yeah.
Flag down.
Flag down. They're going to call holding on the edge there.
Another flag, Mike. A lot of the late flag, too. I think these might be 2 separate calls.
Is there a hit after the play? Maybe they saw the same hold.
Holding on Littleton.
So holding on 1st down. We'll bring the ball back out to the
Repeat a 1st down.
17 to the 15-yard line. So 1st and goal from the 15-yard line.
So Leo Gibbons probably isn't happy, but Mike Lynn gets to run another play here or two.
So he'll stay with that all-freshman backfield. He's still got his starting receivers wide to each side of the field. They'll go reverse here. Oh, good
nice
cut.
Back. Oh.
Gibbons will advance the ball all the way down inside the 5-yard line. Nice cut there. Ran to daylight. Good job by the freshman.
Bradley Clark Jr.
And good blocking up front to give him that lane to run. And he's still got that starting offensive line in there. So 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line.
I look for Gibbons to get this one to get in a touchdown back.
Tigers taking their time getting the plays in here. 5.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. And it'll be Dooley up the middle. Oh, he's just short of the goal line, down to about the 2-yard line. That's a difference there, a younger guy, not quite as strong, not able to finish that run and get extra yards after being hit. He's dropped at the spot where he was tackled, initially hit. That'll bring up 3rd and goal, ball on the 2-yard line.
They're going to be home by 8:30 if they keep running the clock like this. God, somebody's balloon just got loose.
And they'll go right back to Dooley, and he will score. Wesley Klein, the guard on that side, opened up a big lane. He was blocking his guy through the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
Dooley runs into that hole that Klein opened up, and the Tigers score on their opening possession of the second half. And they will bring out Danny Hurley to try his 2nd kick of the night. Who's easily successful on his first try. Mike Crory's the holder. He'll bang another one. So a solid kick, good snap, good hold, and Danny Hurley drills it well. That ball's almost over the uprights.
Yeah, you know, Mike, I'd like to see that kick on the kickoff. Try to get that kind of...
Yeah, that end over end, high, give the guys time to get downfield into coverage. Yeah, the Gales, they've been running the ball back 20-plus yards. And they're fielding on the inside the 20, but they're getting out past the 35 just because the coverage just doesn't have time to get downfield. And we'll bring Hurley out to kick off. See if they can emulate that kind of action on the kickoff.
Good sign for Mike Lynn and the Tigers that the only thing we can find wrong is that the kickoffs aren't high enough.
Exactly. So, a lot of action here to open the half. A touchdown by the Gales on the first play from scrimmage. A 100-yard interception return for a 2-point conversion by Pat Reardon. And then a touchdown and a kick by the Tigers.
Look at that ball right up in the air. I don't think this one's going to go very high.
Yeah, he gets a good one. Nice higher kick. Field on about the 13-yard line. Oh, he runs the gap there. Just the first couple guys missed. And Evan Lyons with another tackle. Lyons had a really good tackle out on that edge on a kick return and saved a bunch of yards.
Yeah, good to see him getting engaged tonight. He's having a really good game. Talked about him earlier.
So ball advanced to the 35-yard line. So now they've got Bowden and Lynn are taking the offensive series off, at least the first one, but they are back on the field defensively. So that is the straight Tiger defense. Actually, here comes the sub. Lions for Austin Lynn. 1st and 10 for the Gales. They had a 65-yard touchdown on their first play from scrimmage here in the second half. See if they can repeat that. No. They're going to get 4 yards. So the average will go from 65 yards to about 39 yards right there on one play.
By number 33, Tim Bolio.
You got Kerr Boyle back at safety. Picking up some new players. Declan Kelly here on the left edge.
Yeah, they'll definitely try to get guys in, not necessarily empty the bench, but there's guys that will get some extra snaps tonight. 40-6, plenty of time left to go in the ball game. A whole lot of football to get played here. 3:20 to go in the third quarter. Oh, nice job there by Casella getting tackled by Kelleher. He manages to get the ball thrown towards the sideline and out of bounds to avoid the sack. That will bring up 3rd and 5.
Looks like you got Luke Tornell getting some action out there. I see Patrick Reardon who returned that 2-point conversion all the way for a score the other way. Mike, I was at the Tingsboro game, so Littleton had a pretty big lead going into halftime. They came out to get the kickoff, and they had one possession that took all of the third quarter and 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. Nice catch.
Oh, one-handed grab. That's good for a first down there on a big third down conversion for the Gales.
Spencer Taylor.
The Clinton receivers are running some pretty good patterns. Good job by the Littleton pressure, front 4, front 5 to get pressure on Kinsella, because if he gets a chance to set his feet, there are some people open.
Yeah, you talked about how he's definitely been successful in earlier games in the year, but I think you're right. Really, the problem has been pressure. He just hasn't had the luxury of setting himself up and getting a good look downfield. So first down for the Gales, the ball on their own 46-yard line.
The yard again, trying to get the edge.
Yeah.
Number 20, Gervin Bayard with the carry.
And we'll get about 6 yards on that. Number 7. Advance the ball into Tiger territory.
Tiger territory.
I thought he was going to lose about 3 yards on that.
Yeah, Evan Lyons had a shot there. Just couldn't quite get off the blocker. Leo Gibbons will come in and play some cornerback. Sean Mazzoni's in playing the storm position. Tiger making liberal use of their bench here early in the second half. Almost a fumbled handoff. Good for a first down though. Luke Tornell coming off the pile there along with Pat Reardon. Spencer Weldon in on the tackle too.
Results in a Clinton first down.
Clinton manages to pick up a first down there. 1st and 10. The ball on the Littleton 42-yard line. We come up to a minute to go here in the third quarter.
Pitch to Fetsanfu. We're on 2nd and 4. Ball is spotted at the 36-yard line of the Tigers.
For one more play here, it looks like, Mike.
Yep, that's about a 6-yard gain. See if Clinton decides if they're going to try to run a play. They got.
Gonna go to the quarter.
Now they're going to let the quarter run out. So the Tigers give up one score, but bounce right back and score. Equalizing touchdown here in the second half, and at the end of 3 quarters, the Tigers in a big Central Mass matchup with a lot of implications for playoff seeding and league titles are in control, 40-6 after 3 quarters. We'll be back with the last frame right after these messages from LCTV.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool. To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back for the 4th quarter of Littleton Tiger football. The Tigers going to their bench. And the Gales have a 2nd and 4 from the Tiger 37-yard line to start the 4th quarter here. The Tigers in control, up 40-6. Pitch. Oh, it cuts it back inside. Mitch Bowden will wrap him up. Short of the first down.
Freshman again, Bayard.
Yeah, I had a 65-yard touchdown run to start that second half. But this time he was corralled by Bowden before he could pick up the first down. 3rd and 2 for the Gales. Bowden literally picked him up and his feet were still moving.
Yeah, tough kid to bring down. You know, Mike, as we think, we're just starting the 4th quarter here, and Littleton's right at their scoring average already, which is somewhat impressive because coming into this game, Clinton looked like they were a good defensive team, only giving up 18 points a game.
Yeah, Tiger offensive line playing well, and then the offense taking advantage of some miscues by the Gales to get that score up. And that'll be good for a first down. Ooh, Bowden drives him to the ground.
Carry by number 33, Matt Tambolio. Play results.
The Gales will pick up a first down there and advance the ball just to the Tiger 30-yard line. So the Gales' only touchdown was on a big play, a 65-yard run. This is their most sustained drive so far in the game. Some of it, the Gales taking advantage of the liberal substitutions made by Mike Lynn and Carlo Ferrante. See if this defense, this personnel package can find a way to stop this Gale offense. So we'll roll, look to throw, some pressure.
Pass by Brevin Casella is incomplete. Brings on
Good pressure there by Timmy Kelleher.
A lot of pressure there. Receivers well covered. Casella putting the ball out where it's either going to hit the ground or his receiver's going to have a shot at it, but there really wasn't much there.
Now again, he's just not really getting a chance to he's only got the primary look, and even that's like, you know, under pressure. He doesn't have a chance to make any secondary reads. So 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. This time they'll run the ball. Oh, good cut. Good pursuit there by Brennan Kalari.
Bayard with the carry.
And Timmy Kelleher on the tackle as well. That'll bring up 3rd and 6. Ball just outside the Tiger 25, about the 27-yard line.
Connor Lyons out there now getting some action too. Danny McCarthy.
Mike Lynn's got a chance to let a lot of guys play on Friday nights. Always a fun thing to do for a coach. 3rd and 6. Casella will look to throw, and he gets a completion near the sideline to keep his feet in. He did. That completion is good for a first down.
Casella's pass.
Number 87, Spencer Taylor. Oh, there's a flag down on the field, though, in the backfield. What do we got?
They're going to march it back, Littleton.
Personal foul. Not sure what the personal foul was, but
tack this on now.
I don't know.
He's asking the ref if he wants to first down. I think it's only going to be
Flag on the play. Personal foul on Littleton.
not usually a personal foul. It would just be tacked on.
Looks like that's maybe where
he's
they're
kind of
heading.
like, yeah.
They're going to march it off now.
Ends up for a first
So
down.
it's just half the distance to the goal because the play ended inside the 20. So the yardage isn't that big. So it'll be 1st and goal for Clinton from Tiger 13-yard line. So Clinton keeps this drive, their most sustained drive of the game, going on a pass completion and a penalty. Oh! Shooting the gap is Declan Kelleher. And he will drop the ball carrier for about a 2-yard loss.
Taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 on the
Kelleher coming off the bench and making himself felt.
Now, Mike, as we talk about improvements to the games and things that could probably go, I was watching the ref mark off that penalty. We can just do the math now, right? We're at the 15, let's take it down to the 10, or do we still have to continue to pick up the football and march it off one at a time?
All right, 2nd and 12 for the Gales. Rolling, looking back to the other side. Oh, well read. Good job there. Good identification by Cam Mossy. Slid off the blocker and disrupted the completion there. That'll go for an incomplete pass. So the Mossy coming off the bench. I actually think he wanted that guy to catch it pass so he could lay a lick on him because he had him lined up.
Or that ball hung up there a little bit more, Cam Mossy might have been still going right now. That's a tough throw for a quarterback to make, coming back across his body, going against the throw. Ball is kind of hanging up there again. Again, it's that Littleton pressure that's not giving Casella time to throw.
3rd and 12. Oh. The center snapped it, and he was the only one who was ready. Casella just had to do what he could, picks up a couple yards, so kind of a wasted play there. After the Gales had managed to drive the ball into the red zone for the first time tonight. Now they face a 4th and 11. 6.5 minutes to go in the ball game.
So, Mike, you've been on the sidelines before. What is the purpose of having him run over the sideline every play?
Well, you know, that's the way they play. And in most games, you're just trying to shorten the game a little bit and not play fast. When at this point, I think they're conceding the outcome and just trying to get better and run their stuff the way they like to run it, and not change up just because of the game situation. It's really moot at this point. A big 4th down play, straight drop by oh, picked off. Oh, dropped it. Good job, though. Saw trying to throw to the end zone, but Cara Boyle, playing safety, realized that the only chance for them was to throw it deep, and he was sitting on it.
Takes over on downs.
And they're actually, if he managed to hold on to it, he would have got a touchback and the ball would have got advanced out to the 20. Instead, they will take over on about the 12-yard line.
5 minutes
And the Tigers are going to take a timeout. I think they want to do this, Pat, to make sure they're going to sub guys, make sure they got the 11 guys out there.
Yeah, the other thing they'll talk about too here, Mike, is wait till they get the signal from the ref that they're down inside of that 10 seconds before they run anything here. Try to run some time off the clock.
St. Peter Marion on Saturday, October 21st for a 1 p.m. kickoff. Next home game is Friday, October 27th, when the Gales take on rival Maynard.
So the Gales play Maynard tonight. They play St. Peter Marion next Saturday, and then they come back home to play Maynard. All 3 games against potential playoff opponents. And if they lose tonight, that game against St. Peter Marion is going to be big for them. They need to win that game to keep themselves, because obviously beating Maynard is going to be a high order. It's going to be a tall order for Littleton next week. But if they can beat St. Peter Marion, they can keep themselves in the hunt.
Yep. That's a tough 3-game stretch for any team for sure. You know, maybe.
So the Tigers will bring out some new offensive players. Braden, a quarterback. They'll stay in the spread, and they're going to run it. Ooh! Nice job there by Gibbons. He got hit in the backfield and managed to throw that tackler off and then get the corner. And the freshman, not intimidated at the sideline, he just dropped his shoulder, initiated the contact, and goes out of bounds after a good gain for a first down. Moves the ball out over the 20-yard line, right over the 25 to the 27. See this beautiful natural grass field that Clinton has, Pat. They limit the use here. They've got the pink paint for the yardage markers. Looks like a nice cake out there.
Yeah, I love this field. Beautiful field.
And we go up the middle to Dooley.
I don't know if you caught who handed that ball off, Mike. But that is Tony DeSisto.
Tony DeSisto playing quarterback. And we got Justin Wing on the offensive line, Declan Kelleher, who played on the defensive side of the ball, made a couple plays. Luke Tornell also played on the defensive side of the ball, now playing on the offensive line. Jack Scaramucci. So still some big bodies out there. And the Tigers have picked up a first down and another solid 78-yard gain there. They're staying with the spread and keeping the ball on the ground, but they're running it effectively here. And Clinton will call a timeout.
Timeout, Clinton.
Good job by the Clinton coach here, coaching to the end.
Yeah, I mean, just like you say, he just gave up about 20 yards of rushes. Coming out of the timeout, the Tigers will come back to line of scrimmage. We've got 4 minutes left to go here in the ball game. We'll bring Dooley in motion. Good pitch. Ooh! Dooley spins forward.
Gibbons again.
Carried by number 18, Leo Gibbons.
Gibbons, sorry.
Short of the first down.
1-yard gain, 3rd and 3.
They really get comfortable when those guys are running with the ball and they spin and start not seeing what's coming next.
Yeah, exactly. And again, especially at this point in the game, it's like, let's just finish the plays and be healthy and nothing flashy. So still will make an option read here. And that is Dooley for a first down.
Good job keeping his feet moving.
Yeah. Got himself in the hole, knew we needed 3 yards to pick up a first down, and did that with ease.
First down.
Running to that right side with Luke Tornell and Justin Wing. 1st and 10 for the Tigers with the ball on the Clinton, their own 45-yard line. Dooley doing a good job. Getting in that hole, getting upfield, another first down.
Carried by number 29.
Ball advancing into Gale territory. So this is what we've seen, Pat. This second unit comes out, and they are ready to play football on Friday night.
Is Sean Bizzoni out there?
He's gonna. Yeah, I think he's just gonna run the clock out with that first unit inside of 2 minutes.
A couple of these guys get caught with their helmets off. It's only your captain.
That's the fastest. That's the fastest I've seen Brady Hunt and Mitch Roy run in a while. 2:40. The Tigers will go into their victory formation, and all they need to do is take a couple snaps here inside of a minute and a half to go. So, and actually they'll let the rest will just finish the game right there. So the Tigers on the road in a big matchup, and Pat, they come out ready to play and take care of business to put a solid 40-6 victory in the books. And with 2 games left to go in the playoff race, they got one more big game to play against Maynard next week at home.
Yeah, very solid game here for Littleton tonight. 1 or 2 penalties that we saw, nothing major. They're very solid, very deep. Next week will definitely be an interesting game, and you know, I'm kind of feeling like no matter what the outcome of next week's game, I know it'll be a good game. That Maynard and Littleton probably will see each other twice more this year. Kind of.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they're both well positioned to make the playoffs regardless of the outcome for either team in that game, and they are. I think we'll see next week that they are really the kind of the top of the heap of the teams in that division for the playoffs. So it'll be an interesting game next week, home at Alumni Field, 7 p.m. Come and watch it live, and then we'll tape it for you guys for LCTV. And we hope to see you all there. For Mark Corey up on the top of the
great job up there, Mark, tonight.
Of the press box and doing his single camera action. I'm Mike Fontenelle and Pat Frederickson for LCTV. Thanks for coming out tonight. We'll see you next week.
Littleton Tigers 40, Littleton Gales 6.